You said, and this is perhaps your wish a few months ago, a few weeks ago, when you said that you want to leave a Borno state without Boko Haram or no single IDPs. You have barely 2 years to go as a governor of Borno state. Is that still realistic for you?
It's very, very realistic. And by the grace of God, we have crossed the Rubicon and we are on a path to sustain peace with a robust educational platform. After Qatar, Iran, and Russia, probably the third or fourth highest deposit of gas in the world is in the Lake Chad region. I am from Borno. I witnessed the flaring of gas in Gajigana about 20 years ago. In that particular well, what was found was largely gas and very little oil. And now gas has become the product of choice. Oil will become to Nigeria what coal is to Newcastle in the next 20 to 30 years. But gas will continue to be relevant in the foreseeable future. So I believe that even for the sake of national stability and complementarity, the issue of exploring for oil and gas in the Lake Chad region should be pursued with vigor. So you might not even rule out international permutations to our quest for oil in the Lake Chad region. We suffered a setback with the killing of the NNPC officials recently, but I believe we will bounce back very soon.
Some university lecturers were kidnapped and have been held hostage by the Boko Haram set, and there were demands. Are all hopes lost on the rescue of these men?
No, I believe discussions are currently ongoing. I would rather not comment on these issues so as not to jeopardize the lives of those hostages. But I can assure you that discussions are ongoing, and very soon they will regain their freedom.
Do you want to become president of Nigeria?
I have never planned to be the governor of Borno State. And for the presidency of this country, as a student of history, nobody had ever aspired to the presidency of this country and got it. As popular as President Buhari is, with his vice-like grip among the northern masses, on 3 occasions he couldn't realize his dream. The fourth one was at our own prodding. It wasn't at his own volition. We literally, the governor, the party apparatchiks, the party leaders, we literally dragged him to contest the 2015 election. Go down memory lane. The Nigerian presidency doesn't go for the person who runs after it. It seeks out the person that it wants to, historically speaking.
2019, do you think President Buhari should run?
He's a stabilizing factor in this country. He's a man of impeccable credentials. No matter what you will accuse Buhari of, nobody can accuse Buhari of corruption. But that decision should be made by the president, taking into cognizance a whole gamut of factors. Nobody should stampede him not to contest. In the same vein, nobody should push him to contest. He has his own health to take care of. He's not a young man by any standard. But if the nation still needs him, and the nation truly needs the wisdom, the integrity, the commitment of the likes of Buhari. But believe me, whatever decision he takes, we are solidly behind him.
Let me quickly ask you about the restructuring debate has been ongoing. Do you think it's commonsensical or nonsensical at this time of in our history, in our democratic life?
Well, my own take on this restructuring debate is that we are treating the symptoms, not the disease. Restructuring might put, let's restructure our minds. Let's restructure our quality of governance. When people are talking of artificial intelligence, when others are talking of robotics engineering, of nanotechnology, when Elon Musk is talking of constricting the journey from London to Washington to 31 minutes, We are talking of restructuring the federation. Our problem is not an issue of devolution of powers. Let's be very honest. Our problem, as Chinua Achebe rightly encapsulated, is largely that of leadership. A selfless, visionary leadership that will put the nation first is much more important than restructuring the nation. Let's restructure our minds. Let's restructure our quality of leadership. So what is important is how we should restructure our own minds, because we are as divided as the piece of our hands in the pursuit of our individual goals. But once the collective interests of the Nigerian elites are threatened, we become as united as the piece of our hands. So the problem of this country is the elites who will manipulate every tendency, be it religious, sectional, ethnic, in pursuance of our own individual goals. Nigerians are very hardworking people. Let's give it to them. And their demands from the leadership are very minimal. All that they need from us as leaders is security of lives and property, and to create the enabling environment for them to explore their full human potential. That's all.
Your party is not in the best of state right now. No NEC meeting, no national convention in 2 years. It's against the constitution of the party. Are you worried that your party is drifting?
We are not drifting. We are holding our NEC meeting on Tuesday. We are a huge family of different tendencies. And it's foolhardy for anybody to harbor the illusion that we are drifting or we are going to lose power in 2019. Power comes from God.
Won't you lose power in 2019 with all of the handwriting of the world at the center?
I believe that if we appear to the APC took over the mantle of leadership when the country itself was on the verge of collapse, when the oil was going for $30 at a point in time. When you juxtapose how much we are getting in the past and what we are getting now, I think President Buhari deserves commendation, not condemnation. The last year's budget was about the first expansionary budget in the history of this country. I'm not discounting the fact that we are not facing challenges, but the APC is in control of 25 out of 36 states of the Federation. So APC still remains a very viable party with lots of potentials, and I can assure you that we are going to get our acts right.
That's our conversation with the governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima.